Hey guys, welcome to ArtzieRush. Since Halloween is this week, I thought making this Ohmu or Ohmu insect is appropriate, and this was requested a few months ago. It's great to scare your sister or your friends with this. So let's get started. You will need a tweezer, super glue, could be Loctite or E6000, scissors. Leftover was scrap clay, olive green, and blue. A brush. You can use a toothbrush. Rolling pin, round dotting and needle tools, flat blade, acrylic paint, and a brush. Start with a ball of that scrap clay and make a teardrop shape. Press flat on one side and project the head more. The form looks a bit like one of those bullet trains. Use the side of the brush and dent the sides like so. Use a ball tool to make the dent deeper. Roll out the green clay and cut the narrow end off. Place it on the rear end of Ohmu. Use the round end of the brush to indent a hole in the mouth area. Then just cut a bunch of rectangles out. Make sure to cut this flat sheet in a V shape, that way you will have different length of rectangles. Now start placing the rectangles one by one from the rear end to the head, so that you can get the overlapping effect. Once you reach near the mouth, I decided to place the clay over it, then I cover uneven edges with another rectangle piece of clay. To indent the mouth, use the end of the brush again. Cut off any excess on the bottom. Cover the underside and flatten the edges. So now you should have something like this. Use a brush for some textures. Brush it all over the body of Ohmu. Add some small pieces of clay as spikes here and there on the body. You can use a picture of Ohmu for reference on where to place the spikes and bumpy areas. Use a dotting tool to indent the eye sockets. The eyes are on the third and fourth layer, counting from the mouth. There are 12 eyes on the top and 1 each on the lower side. Make 14 small balls of the blue clay. And drop them into the eye sockets. Okay, now it's time to make gazillion bony legs. Roll a coil of that green clay and pretty much make a Z shape. Once you've made a bunch of the legs, it's time to bake everything you have just made. So you should be baking the body and the legs separately in the oven. We will glue the legs onto the body once they are baked and cooled. Alright, so the legs have cooled down. I just took out one pointy end off with a scissors so that the legs on opposite side will not touch each other once they are placed underneath of Ohmu. This is more of just making sure. You can skip this if you checked to see the opposite legs will not be touching each other, then you're all good. Grab your super glue. I'm using E6000, though I'm not a fan of it because of the smell. Squeeze the glue on one side first and start placing each leg on it either with your fingers or with a tweezer. Squeeze more glue onto the mouth and the rest of underside. Place as many legs as you can. Once the legs are done, you should have an almost completed Ohmu. To enhance this, squeeze some of that brown acrylic paint and add water to make the paint watery. Then use a brush to apply the paint on Ohmu's shell. Use a paper towel or a tissue to absorb the excess paint. Once it's dried, it will look like dust. Glaze the eyes to make it look alive. I use polyurethane water-based gloss. Now you are all done. My sister was really scared when I showed this to her. Have some scares with this on Halloween. Make sure to check previous video right there. You can find ArtzieRush on Facebook, Instagram, and Etsy. Subscribe if you'd like to see more videos from me, and as always, thank you so much for watching.